love that. Well, and so if you could think back like 15 years ago, and then if you were able to project out and see kind of where you are right now, how do you sort of feel about that? Like, what shocked you the most about where you are now, professionally speaking, and personally, even based on where you thought maybe you would have been 15 years ago?
15 years ago, I had 4 kids. I worked full-time in the barn. Long days. Listening to, they used to call them Sony Walkmans. Listening to the Bible. Listening to sermons. This is a very different world. I think saying yes in small ways to whatever God calls you to. But I think God, He calls us to be Moses in lots of ways. He calls us to wilderness places to shape us before He ever calls us to anything else. So I think to be faithful in little and small things, and those things that look little and small aren't little and small. They all add up to the meaning of your life. I think if I was 15 years ago to talk to this woman now, soul wasn't made for fame. Whatever. I think we spend too much of our lives in waiting rooms, thinking that I need to get out of this place and get to that place. No, where you are right now is where you can enter into the joy of the Lord in the presence of God. Where you are right now is where you can live cruciform. Where you are right now is where you can incarnate the gospel. There is no... Everything else is a mirage. I'll tell you, being on a book tour, I want to go home. I want to go home to my kids. I want to wash dishes. I want to be at the back door when my husband comes in from harvesting corn.
Absolutely. I get that. No, I think it's